Hey everybody, this is Crispy990 here, and this is a quick overview of what I just picked up at a gun show yesterday. The gun show ran the past 2 days, and I went the first day just sort of check it out, but I didn't have much cash on me. Usually I just use a debit card, but I realized very quickly that at a gun show, if you're going to buy something, 90% of the time you're going to need cash. Not many of the dealers take credit cards, at least at the one I went to. Just a quick overview of what these knives are, and then I was going to mention a few things that are kind of cool about a gun show. This is a Cold Steel Nightshade Series FGX Cat Tanto. It's probably the second largest Nightshade Series knife. Extremely comfortable. But I got this probably specifically because on the Cold Steel DVD Solid Proof, they hammer this through a 2x4. The tip through a 2x4, and I just thought that was amazing. Since a knife that's not made of metal can hammer through a 2x4. This is what is referred to as a CCC Balisong. Generally that's something like cheap China crap or charming China cheapo. And it's about $10. I paid $10 for this as well. That's one thing you'll learn about gun shows, or may already know, is that they have great prices there most of the time. Just fantastic. And for $10, this is actually a relatively decent Balisong. The only real major flaw with it is the latch is on the wrong side. As you can probably see here, the latch is over here on the safe side. The safe handle is the handle that is near the back side of the blade. That's why they call it safe handle. And the bite handle is on the side of the blade with the edge. Because if you hold it, you have a good chance of getting bitten or cut. But just as a quick tip, on Balisongs, a decent Balisong has the latch on the right side, which is the bite handle. But still, for $10, it's a neat little Balisong. It's all steel. I believe it's a stainless steel blade. That's the only real marking on it. Says stainless steel. It has rivets instead of screws, which on lower end Balisongs is great. Generally with lower end Balisongs, at least the other one I have, it was falling apart. And holds together much better than screws in a cheap Balisong. It doesn't have a sandwich design, which is nice for a cheap Balisong. As you can see, it's one piece per handle, so it's three-sided. With a cheaper Balisong, it'll have just two pieces, one on top and one on bottom, and those will fall apart very, very fast. But anyway, this is my Cold Steel Voyager Tanto. It's the medium size. It's 3 inches, which doesn't really make sense since this is the smallest Voyager they have, and they call it a medium. But anyway, it's a pretty nice little knife. I added a little lanyard to it, but I'll go into this more in detail in the review for that. Gun shows are pretty cool if you like knives. They're not all guns. They have a lot of knives there. And this was $39 compared to $46 I've seen online and up. So it's nice to have better prices, obviously. And there's a big difference between a knife in your hand and a knife you see online. I was just astounded by an Emerson CQC7 I saw, but didn't really think it felt right in my hand. But then I saw a Benchmade titanium CQC7, and it was insane. It had a titanium blade and a G10 scale handle. The design was on loan from Emerson, so it was the same thing as an Emerson CQC7. About a 4-inch blade, something like that. Large, very, very nice tactical knife. But they actually had to weld a high-end steel, I don't know exactly what it was, maybe a D2, onto the edge because you can't sharpen titanium. It's just too strong on the Rockwell hardness scale. But anyway, got any comments or questions, just let me know. Put them down there. And once again, I'm Crispy990. Thanks for watching. Peace.